I didn't see you sitting there. My word. It's Friday night in the big city. You know, they voted down the red light cameras in Houston. The people voted back on November, whatever that was, when they had that election last week. And they voted that they didn't want the red light camera. Well, the city whining and crying, well, we all have a 4-year contract with the camera company in Arizona, and it's going to cost you tax dollars to get out of that contract. And I'm thinking, tax dollars, my ass. You know what it's going to cost? It's going to cost all them fines they took in on short fusing them yellow lights. You know, I'm serious, folks. I'm serious. I'm not just protesting. I've seen it with my own eyes and been caught with it. If you start into an intersection and the light is on the verge of becoming yellow, I mean, it's like, it's still green for you, but then just as you get in there, just start to go in the intersection, it'll turn yellow. Before you get through the intersection, it's already red, and the cameras took your picture, and pow, you're hit with $75. Well, use that dang money to pay get out of that contract y'all got in with some out-of-state company what gets about 50% of the money for furnishing the cameras. You know, no wonder these people are broke. If you can't do it yourself, don't do it. You know, good golly. Anyway, it's so funny. They've been squirming and wiggling ever since it got voted, and people started raising so much cane that now they're going to turn them off Monday, and then they're going to try to figure out what to do. They're just going to have to pay a fine for breaking a contract, like you and me have to do when we break one. I mean, good gosh. How hard is that? How difficult is that? How smart you got to be to figure that out? I reckon, you know. My golly. Everywhere I turn, there's a camera. Here's a camera, there's a camera. It's ridiculous. The world got along fine without filming everybody a long time ago. You know, you can't. Sometimes I'm in the bathroom and I wonder if I'm being filmed while I'm poo-pooing or something, you know? Imagine that. They got it. Well, we know you poo-pooed at 2:45 on Thursday, the 17th of 2009. What do you have to say about that, son? I go, whoo, shit. I reckon, you know? Lord have mercy. It's just hard. And then where you really need a camera, when something really happens, like a bank gets robbed or something, it turns out looking like the picture on a 1955 rabbit-eared television set, and you can't even tell jack crap about who it is. But they got you nice and clear poo-pooing at 2:45 on Thursday, you know? That's ridiculous. I just don't know, man. I just don't know. Sometimes it's just humor. It's just humor. It doesn't really anger me or anything. It just amazes me of the stupidity going on in this country. And that old Maine man, I sure noticed the change in him after the vote. It looked like he's falling down and he can't believe that he seems to be failing. His ego's crushed. I think it's funny as all get out. You know, like, I see a drastic change in him after that midterm vote. Lord have mercy. I guess don't send a boy to do a man's job. A youngster like that, you know. Need a little older man now. A little experience in that area. Don't get me wrong, it don't really matter what color any of them is. Ain't none of them got no sense, in my opinion. You know, like it seems like every time we have election, you got A, B, or C to vote for, and ain't none of them got the sense God gave a friggin' goose. It's a disaster. I mean, these are my choices. Like, where's Pat Paulson when you really need him? It's kind of like, would you like to play president for 4 years? On this hand, we have old dummy. On this hand, we have old dummy. And in the middle, we got dummy. Which dummy are you going to vote for? But don't you be a dummy and not vote, that's for sure. Throw a vote out there, make it count. I don't know how I got off on politics, and I know I probably made some of y'all mad, and if I did, maybe it'll make you mad enough. Get out there and vote. So all we can do is vote. The reason we vote is because we can't all agree. So let's agree to disagree and just vote. I know it ain't time to vote, but if we live, time will come. Time will come to vote. And then we'll vote. If any of y'all wonder what the music is behind me tonight, it's the one of the incarnations of the Byrds. I believe it's Clarence White, Gene Parsons, no kin to Graham, Roger McGuinn, and Skip Batten. Skip Batten played bass guitar. He was in the Burrito Brothers for a while. And Clarence White on guitar. Gene Parsons played drums in the live band, but he also played banjo and a little guitar too on some of the studio albums. And then of course Roger McGuinn. Clarence White got run over and killed, putting his amplifier on a truck or something of that nature, I understand. It was sure a loss because he was a good guitar player. He came out of a band called the Whites. It was him and all his brothers. Not those sisters that sang with Buck White's girls, Sharon and Cheryl and them. Not them, but it was another band, you know. Like the other Byrds bass player, Chris Hillman, he came from the Hillman. But it was spelled Hillman. His last name was Hillman. And they were kind of a bluegrass band, semi-gospel, and I believe the Whites were sort of the same way. Back in the days, you know, the Carters, the Whites, the Hillman, it may have been the Hillman brothers, I'm not sure. No, it was Hillman, that's right. But anyway, that's what we're listening to is live Byrds at the Fillmore, expounding and on the 8 Miles High, kind of jamming on it. But anyway, we put that out there, and we hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it wasn't too heavy for y'all. I certainly hope it didn't hurt none of y'all feelings. And if it did, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did. If I did, I did, but I didn't mean to. It was all in fun. Thank you very much.